Hey y'all, Edward the Brick Building Texan here with another speed build for you. And today we have a Lumibricks set. Set number 18006, the Interstellar Drive-In from the Road Trip series. 2,188 pieces, and we get a kind of a retro 50s style diner with a UFO on the roof, nice pink car. This has a side build. As most Lumibricks sets do, it does open up. There is a deeply detailed interior, and of course, like all Lumibricks sets, it lights up. The interior lights up. I believe the car has a battery pack of its own, and that UFO lights up as well. Yeah, this is, I was actually looking forward to getting this for a long time. I actually recently won this, part of the Lumibricks creator program. And part of that was filling out monthly surveys and, you know, doing the things you do for a, as part of a creator program. And thanks to my content, my name was chosen as one of the monthly winners. And I was sent I was given a choice of any set within a price range, and I managed to get this one. So excited. I was hoping to get this at some point, and I managed to get this for free. I earned this. This is not, you know, just a promotional thing. You know, I earned this through work in the creator program. So thank you, Lumibricks, for this set. I'm looking forward to building and reviewing this for you. And let's get to it. Hey y'all, welcome back to my review of the Interstellar Drive-In from Lumibricks Road Trip series. And you can see I've already got it lit up because it's glowing around my face on camera, so you can see the blue glow. I'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to start with the minifigures. So there are 4 in this set. This guy right here in his very classy pink suit goes along pretty much with the pink convertible that is one of the builds in this set. I'll show you that in a second. Nice, cool printing, lots of pink. That hat is a cool pink accessory as well. And then we have 3 employees of the drive-in itself. Dressed in, I would say, very Star Trek-y colors, to be honest. She would be what I consider the manager. Her torso printing is a little bit more detailed than the other 2. So I'm just going to, for lack of a better term, I'm going to call her the manager. And these 2 are just employees, one in yellow, one in blue. Pretty neat there. Now, as far as the build is concerned, it starts off by building this carport. That's right here. This actually will just sit, it's a completely separate build, and it sits completely, like, you can set it up next to the drive-in. I cannot show you on camera because it won't be able to hold both parts. But it just sits loosely next to it. The plating matches what's on the bottom of the set. So you can actually set it up on either side, but I think it's meant to be on the side of the drive-through. That's part of the main model. I'll show you that in a bit here. That's the first build stage, is building that carport. Second build stage is building this car. Pink convertible, great for that pink minifigure. Lights in this one had a really interesting light string of lights in here. It had like kind of a T-bar, one bar down the middle, and then another one for all the lights, and they kind of bent up. You lock them in place with different pieces, and it gives you the tail lights and the headlights on this. Battery pack is attached to the bottom, and I'm going to turn it off, save my battery. These use the watch batteries that are standard in a lot of Lumibricks, the smaller sets. And this one is completely unattached to the main model, and you can display it separately if you choose. I probably won't. I'll probably have it all together. And then, of course, that brings us to the main model, the drive-in itself, and it's rather large. You could probably mills plate this whole thing, but it'd be hard to because it does open up in the center. I'll show you that here in a bit. So on the outside, you have all sorts of cool details, little food cart, lots of like these robotic car hops all over the place. There's like 4 of them in this, and that's part of the last build stage, stage number 12. All the plant life and the planters and everything like that are all spread out along here. On the back of it is where the battery pack is. There's not much there. That's probably you put against the wall or something like that. And then, of course, on top, you have this really nice roof with this very light, lovely blue glow. All these trans blue pieces help it glow beautifully. The roof was a couple build stages. The UFO was a couple build stages, and the effect is so worth it. The roof is completely modular. You can actually remove it. And you notice when I did that, it turned off. There's a touch sensor right here on the roof. Connects to a touchpad on the walls of this here. And that's what powers this. So there's no battery pack for the roof. It just gets its power from the battery pack in the set. So let me go ahead and set this down, and I'll show you what's left of it. So now I can open up this. All the wires are all connected right here, and there is a hinge plate right here. So you can actually open up the set and take a look on the interior. It's held in place by one very flimsy looking hinge plate, but that's okay. You get 2 sides. This side gives you a jukebox, which is one of my favorite mini builds in this set. It's actually a really cool design. You get lots of pieces like the 1x1 plates with studs on top and bottom, which is a really neat, unique design on which more companies would use them because it's a very useful part for connecting odd parts together. Parts I wouldn't normally connect. So really cool to see that. And you know, a couple of chairs, little tables, not much on this side. This side's where the action is. You get like the main seating area, bar stools, a couple more tables, a little magazine brochure rack for the weary travel looking for something to do. They have advertisements, brochures, like a curio cabinet, all printed pieces, printed clock with like a proper printed time on it. over right here where my forehead is. You can see a little round piece as a clock. Even little printed artwork right there under my nose. You can see that black piece with printing on it. Like most Lumibricks sets, no stickers. As a matter of fact, I should say all Lumibricks sets. I've never seen any stickers in any of these sets. And of course, this does close up, you know, for easy display. But if you want to take a look at the inside, you have to do all that. The drive-through is one of my favorite parts of this. You get all sorts of little details in like food. You get a boba cup, you get a coffee cup, you get a hot dog, a turkey leg, a printed menu. There, I can go on and on and on about this. There's so many details. This is like one of my favorite sets from Lumibricks. I've built a few, you know, since I've become part of the affiliate program and part of the creator program on this. This actually was a gift for me for my participation as a creator. This was a prize for a survey, so I managed to get this set. This retails for $120 US. I managed to get it for free as a prize for participation. This set and all Lumibricks sets are available for purchase on their website, lumibricks.com. I am an affiliate, so if you would like to purchase this set or any of the sets on their website through my link, you get a 10% discount and I get a cut of the profits. So that's pretty cool. Any purchases you make help support the channel, so please do so, and thank you in advance. That actually brings me to the end of this review. There's a lot to take in about this set. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and that's all I got to say about it. But if you want to support this channel as well as doing the my affiliate link, also please like this video and subscribe for more content. And as always, all my socials are linked in my description and in my bio, so please go check them out, support me there too. And that'll do it for today, guys. Keep on building. Bye.